but I make that's such a good mood in the press conference room.
Just I was eating last night. He's in a foul mood. Really?
Wow.
Wait for these 3 questions.
Exactly.
I know. I asked him to keep the good questions for the press conference, but
I would suggest there are good questions.
that's true.
Vinny, go on, first couple.
Jurgen, obviously, we know the club has decided to mark the coronation of King Charles this weekend by playing the national anthem before kick-off ahead of the game. I just wondered, what are your thoughts on marking the occasion in that way?
The club's position is my position. That's clear. And besides that, I said a couple of times, this is definitely a subject which I cannot really have a proper opinion about it, because I'm from Germany. We don't have a king or queen or these kind of things. I'm 55 years old, have really no experience with that. Watching from the outside, it's a nice thing to watch when all the weddings are massive things in Germany, but nobody really knows. It's like watching a movie or in a newspaper, because we don't feel that. So that's it pretty much. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this country will enjoy the coronation. Some will maybe not really be interested, and some will not like it. That's it. And that's over the whole country. And I think that's all I can say about it. And the rest is my position, is the club's position.
And just check a couple of things off the pitch as well, because we've heard that James Milner could be leaving in the summer and going to Brighton. We've also heard that maybe Alexis McAllister is a target to come here.
We start now talking about this in press. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So, is there anything you can tell us about either situation?
No, but really I can say that I had over the years, in the last few months, really good conversations with him. He knows how highly I value him. He's an incredible part of this team, and I would have loved to work together with him even longer. What exactly the outcome will be of his decisions, or of his decision, I think at one point, and Millie will say that. I'm not sure that happened already or not. I'm not really aware of that, but nothing else to say from me, but that nothing will change. I've said a couple of times, nothing what happened in the last 7.5 years would have happened, or the positive things would have happened without James Milner. And so that's all about that. And all other things, transfer-wise, you are the first who will be informed if something will happen. But before that, not really anything to say about it.
And you've been very consistent over the last few weeks in saying that you're not looking at the top 4. Does that change in any way when you see what happened in the game again between Brighton and Manchester United, albeit obviously Brighton have those 2 games in hand on you, so feasibly if they win then they can catch you as well? Exactly.
No, not really. Said it before, other teams are in much better positions. As long as they win football games, we have no chance, and we have to keep teams behind us, which not all of them. We can do it by our own. Like you say, if Brighton wins all their games from now until the end of the season, and how they played last night, that's possible, because again, an incredible performance. To be honest, a really, really good football game. No, that didn't change. I don't know exactly. We have 59. 58, 59, yeah, 59. So United has 63.
Yes.
So we can get 71 maximum. United needs for that 8 points in 5 from 15. I think they will do that, to be honest. So, they win 3 games of the rest, and that's it for us. So it's not about that. We have enough to do with ourselves and these kind of things. We have to be tomorrow. Brentford. Oh my God, it's such a difficult game to play. You can control the whole game theoretically. Not that that's already written in stone, but you could. And one set piece can kill you, and they are really good in counter-attacking. That's such a good setup and all these kind of things. The throw-ins are great, the corners are great, the free kicks are great, the players are great, the manager is fantastic. So that's a really difficult game, and how could I think of anything else besides that? And that's why, no, we will not change the approach.
Thank you.
On that note then, Jurgen, is the message quite a simple one, that all you can do is take care of your own business?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Put pressure on.
Yeah.
Business, so.
It's not about if our performances or the results put pressure on other teams. That's not in our hands as well. I said it now. The way they played over the year, the first 4 teams, nobody looks like losing from now on more games than they win. Never did that in the whole season. Why should they do it now? No, exactly. It's for us finishing the season as high as somehow possible. And that is the plan since we start winning. It was before that as well, but it didn't look that bright, to be honest. Now that could mean we could be 5th, which is not given yet. 6th is not given, so they're all so good. Aston Villa, I'm not 100% sure who else. Tottenham, of course. Brighton, definitely, and maybe Brentford as well. I don't know exactly the numbers, but they all are fighting for that, and so do we, and that's all.
On your own team, obviously, great upturn in performances and results in recent weeks. I wonder how different do you feel the team is now in its style and the way it plays compared to the one that obviously suffered the disappointment?
Yeah, we needed. If you want kind of a fresh start somehow, we needed a moment where we feel that this is going now in the right direction. I said it before. That was the second half against Arsenal. A very important day for us, because that day when you're 2-0 down early in the game, everything can happen. Or anything. It's like Arsenal can score the 3rd, the 4th, bam, and you stand at home and lose at Anfield to Arsenal 4-5-0. That would have been probably the lowest point for a long, long time. But we turned it around. We maybe should have won the game in the second half. That's not important. It would be helpful now if we had the 2 points. But the performance was good enough. And that was for us really like, okay, from here we can go. We changed before the game a little bit, and in the game we realized, okay, that works out. And from that on, we work with that. It is like a breath of fresh air. It's for me nicer. The coaching is different. Can talk about slightly different stuff. For the boys buy really into it, and our defending got better. I know we still concede chances, but things like this don't, and that will always happen, by the way, in the Premier League. But that things don't change overnight. But in possession, we're much more controlled than we were before. It looks like we have a common idea again. We had always a common idea. I just couldn't see it on the pitch very often, and so it's a good moment with difficult games, with good opponents, outstanding opponents like tomorrow. But from our point of view, obviously, it's much more enjoyable in the moment than it was before.
And just finally, in terms of team news, how are you shaping up? It looks like you've got a welcome selection dilemma up front now with fit strikers available.
Not really, to be honest. It's like Diogo has his back issue, the bruised rib, which he could train yesterday, but he didn't do a lot, to be honest. He was not really in danger yesterday for any kind of contact or stuff like this, and so we have to see there. Bobby is not yet in team training. We hope that he can start next week with team training. Now we have obviously Thiago. Will have a surgery and is out for the rest of the season. And so I wouldn't say I have a lineup dilemma. You mean up front, but not really have. Handlo, we have to see. He had yesterday's scan, didn't get the results yet. It will not be a big thing, but maybe it's enough to rule him out for tomorrow. I don't know that yet. So I can't see any kind of lineup dilemmas, to be honest. Anyway, don't understand that word 100%. When they're all fit, then you just can make the choice. And that's much more, feels much better than when you don't have any.
Thank you.
Juliet?
Yeah, did you just say Thiago out for the season's had surgery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't have today, yesterday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just wondering, is there an update on the FA charge?
No. I got the charge. I think we had to
wait for the
exactly.
response.
Yeah, exactly. We had to respond what we did, and now we wait.
Okay.
Nothing new.
James?
Jurgen, how much of the current runs down to the sort of amended formation you've been playing with, and what are your thoughts about continuing with it in the long term?
That we have to, after such a long time, that changing aspects of our game. We always did, by the way. In 7 years, we always did, and we reached a situation where it worked out extremely well, where we were in all competitions, super competitive. Caused each team massive problems with the way we set it up, with the way we played. That all worked out really well. This season it didn't. It didn't for different reasons. I've said, you mentioned a couple of times. Front line, new setup, new players in, some really new, some kind of new. And if you want to play a specific way, all the little pieces have to work together. They must really click in between. And that's where it started. Then midfield was too far away. Last line was then finally too high or too deep, whatever, in specific moments. And that's all of a sudden, I couldn't recognize anymore who we are. And it's now really difficult to change that when you play every 3 days. So you go through things like that. And that was the moment now a few weeks ago when we said, okay, we have nothing to lose anymore. If that's not a situation where you can change it in the season, not waiting until the preseason, then you will not find a better moment anymore. So that means, and that feels good. It feels really good for us. So new little things with the same aspects, how we want to defend, how we, the ball orientation is much more in focus again. The counter press is again a law and not a proposal, and these kind of things. So we mix a few new ideas with the main ideas. And yeah, that's obviously the way we want to do it. That does nothing to do with any kind of system, to be honest. It's rather a little bit about, the way we play, really.
And Naby, is he available?
No.
Carl?
Yeah.
Hi.
Just on the forward line, the versatility you now have, you Darwin off the left, then through the middle, Cody through the middle, then off the left. Does that make you a slightly different prospect?
Yeah, Jota through the middle or the left, possible. Yeah. And what does it mean? What does it mean?
The first part of the success of the club, it was always Sadio left, Mourinho in the middle, Mo on the right, and very rarely changed. And now you've got players who can interchange spots.
Yeah, we had that with Divock, and he played in the center or came from the left. So that's you need that. You need versatility, definitely, and that's what we have. That's why we signed these players, because they can play different positions. Thiago played on the right wing, really good. Harvey came on now on the right wing, which is possible absolutely as well. So we have options. Yeah, that's true. But that was the idea when we signed the players, that players cannot only play one position. That gives you then really a struggle. And if somebody's injured, then you don't have a replacement on that position. So we can react, I would say, in a good way.
Any more? James?
Yeah, well, just on Thiago, is that the same issue that he was recently out for a couple of months with? Is it the hip again?
Yeah.
And following the surgery, would you expect him to be fit for pre-season?
Yeah. That's why we do it now. Yeah.
Thank you. Move on to the embargo. Everything embargo until 10:35.